Hi friends, நான் இன்னைக்கு HCPC ஃபார்மை எப்படி ஃபில் பண்ணுறேன். How to fill HCPC form. කොහොමද අපි HCPC form එක fill කරන්නේ. ඒක කොහොමද කියලා මම දැන් කියලා දෙන්න ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ. In the first page, they mention about the HCPC. What is HCPC? The Health and Care Professions Council, and they gave the inquiries and their phone numbers and their address and their email address. I use this address to send my form when I applied for the HCPC. So in the first page, they start with the application for registration international. And have you previously applied for registration with HCPC or the Healthcare Professional Council? If you are applying for the first time, you just put no. And if you have any registration, you can put like yes, and you can give the number. So when we go just below that, so you need to choose which job category you are. Like if you are a dietitian, you can tick there, or if you are like paramedics or physiotherapist or speech and language therapist, you can pick or you can tick there. And the other thing is you just try to use some capital letters to fill the application. That is good in my opinion. Okay, so please read the international application registration guidance document before complete the there is a document. I will give the link as well. They will give the guidance, what are the things you need to fill and how to fill, what are the documents you need to attach, and these and everything they will document there. That means like that's the guidance to fill the form. Okay, you need to go through before you fill this form. So let's go to the section 1. In the section 1, if you are like you need to select like what's your title, like Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Like you need to select the title. Okay, and then you need to give your, this is the basic thing, like your basic details, first name, last name, nationality, and if you have a previous name, like when have a previous name before they marry, they need to put the name here, and the nationality. When you are a Sri Lankan, you can put a Sri Lankan. And so everyone is asking, oh no, if the nowadays we need to fill everything in online. I went through this online form. They both are similar. The thing is, you don't need to write or you don't need to search for the answer. They will give the answers. Like in this category, they will give the answer. What is the country you need to put there. So it's very easy when you try to do in online. Okay, so then the next one is date of birth, and mention the date of birth and the town or city of birth where you born. So everything you can get from your birth certificate, and country of birth and the gender and NI number. This is the thing everyone just confused in this point. So you don't want to give the NI number. NI number is the number here, it's called as national insurance number. So every individual in UK have this number, so you don't want to worry about that. Leave it as a blank, and please provide your current address. This is very important. So in here you need to give a proof of your address. So very careful, don't give your temporary address. They may mention like it's as a current address, but don't give your current address or a temporary address. Give your permanent address, because you may need to give a document to show that you are in that place. That's called proof of identity. Like you may need to attach a document. You in the document, that means in the supporting document, they mention like which are the documents you can use. I will mention the link below. Just go through that. And so you may able to give a bank document or a water bill document or electricity or any utility bill document that should have your name and your address. Please be careful to put the correct address there. So in the first, if you have a house number, put that house number, and street name and town and country. And again they are asking the country. First they ask the state or country. If you don't have any state, just put like Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka, and the postcode. If you don't know the postcode of your place, just Google that, you can get your postcode. And the telephone number, you should give a particular telephone number. So and that's sometimes if you have a land phone number you can put that, or if you have a mobile number you can put that as well, and the email address. Okay, before I go to the end, to tell something like, when you are going in the online, you need to start your application form from your email address. Give your valid email address, because that email address they may going to use for the payment email address. That may be your registered mail address. So register properly and give your correct data, and in the online it will save your details automatically. So you don't want to bother, or you don't want to worry about if you go back out from the application, what will happen? Everything you entered, it will automatically saved there. So don't worry about that. Just go and just try to fill the application form correctly. If you want to change, you can able to change through back button. So just try that. Okay. In the evidence required, this is the important, this is the first one you need to consider. Please provide a certified proof of your identity and your current address. This is the one I said to you. You need to give a permanent address. Email addresses are mandatory, as we require this information for you to set up HCPC account. This is the email address they are going to set your HCPC account. So when you want to check your HCPC registration, you need to give your HCPC this email address, and you will so this is the official email address they are going to use. So very, very careful about that. Okay. By providing the email address, I consent to the HCPC sending my electronic communication for the purpose set out in HCPC subject information statement, which can be found. Okay, so what happened to me is I waited a long period to get my HCPC. So I use my email address to send some emails to them, and after a few days they will reply to me like what happened, and what is the stage, or what is the process level that my application is going through. So if they want to contact you, like we are not supposed to get the verification from your employer, or we are not supposed to get the verification from your university, so they will send the mails through your email address which you mentioned here. So better to aware of that email address correctly. And the section 2, you don't want to fill anything in the under the page 2, like there are a few boxes, don't fill anything there. And let's go to the section 2. In the section 2, it's about the qualification and relevant professions. So first one, name of qualification, like BSc, don't put like BSc. Bachelor of Science, honors, if you have a honors degree, put that in a bracket. If you want to find the name of what is your degree, you can find it from your degree certificate. So just go through there and copy there, and they will ask in your original language. We don't have the original language because we used to study the particular degree in the English, so put the same thing in the second one as well. So qualification start date, that's your starting date, that will also mention in your result sheet or somewhere, so you can go through and you can put that. And date qualification was awarded, this is the place you may confuse. There's a place that's called effective date, where your course finished. This is called the awarding ceremony, that means your convocation date. So you need to be so careful about this date. Okay, have you provide the course information form? Okay, there is a course information form in the website, you can download. Actually the universities know what is the course information form for the HCPC, they have that, so they will enter the details. Like in the application form, they are asking about the name of the application, name of the institution, and the institution address, and email, and the phone number, and title of the course, and the date course commenced, and the date course completed. So this is the thing they will ask in the first page of the HCPC form, and the next pages they will mention about each course modules, and the description about the module, and what grade you obtained, and these will mention there, and undertaken at this institution, whether this one is undertaken in your institution or not. These are the things they will fill, and they will give you a form. So you need to attach this application form. So what we need to enter the next: name and address of the education institution. Like when you have to mention like Faculty of Allied Health Science, University of what, and the address. You can find the address in the internet, copy and paste there. Okay, and it's good if you mention the postcode as well. Please provide the official contact details for the course administrator. This is the important thing, because they will send 3 verification things from the university, from your employment, and from your registration. So you need to be very careful about the address, the email address. If you don't know, just go to the faculty and ask from them, or just ring to the faculty and ask from them. You can find everything in the internet. The better thing is, before you apply the HCPC, let them know that I am going to apply for the HCPC, so please help me to give the verification, like that. Then it will be so easy to you. So here they are asking for the name and the job title. So you need to give the name of your head of the department and put it as a title as a head of the department, and the email address. It should be an official email address. Takes more consideration to put this official address. Okay, so if you did MSc, do the same in the below one as well. Let's go to the section 3. In the section 3, tell us more about your professional experience, including internship below. You can use your internship as well. They also mention like you can put your internship as well. We will contact chosen employers, supervisors to confirm information you provide. Please only give details of posts relevant to your professions. So here you need to put the employment details. Like, so for the first one, they are asking the employer, name of the employer or organization. They are giving all the information. Even if you don't work for an organization, you can put your details, what did you do under your undergraduate period. Like, we are doing some internships, so you can put that details as well. So here, the first one, name of the employer, you can put the hospital name, and the employment address, you can find the address and you can put that, and telephone number. Here you should use the international code. So from the first box, in the first box, you just put the international code, and if it's Sri Lanka, it's +94, and put the phone number in the second one, and the email address. Very careful, this is the second verification thing. So be aware of the email address that you are going to mention here. So many people just got delay in their application because of the email address that they are mentioning. That some people are mentioning the personal email address, so it takes so much of time to get the processing done, because they will frequently ask about, can you give the official mail address? So better to mention the official email address there. Okay, so if you don't have official email address, you can go and ask from the HR, and you can use that email address as well. And the contact name, if it's a supervisor or a manager, or if it's an HR, just mention the name and the post as well. And start date, so when did you start your job, and end date. So if you had any experience more than 2 or 3, so you need to put the end date as well. If you are still working there, you can put it present date. Okay, then let's go to the working hours. The working hours depends on the hospital that you are working. So in my case, I worked 5.5 days normally, like 44 hours, 8 per 5 days, and 1 day with 6 day with 4 hours, so it's 44 hours. So normally I do some 2 nights, like, so if you work 2 nights, you can add that as well, and you can put that as well together. They just need to know how much you are working. That's the thing. So here normally the working hours is 37.5 hours. Like they have a break every day, half an hour. They never consider or they never add that break into the working hour. So it's like 5 days you need to work compulsory. That means if you are working 9 to 5 shifts, you need to work 5 days, 9 to 5 with the half an hour break. So you can mention your working out. Okay, position held in your original language. The both are same. You don't want to put that one as your language. Just put radiographer, and second one also radiographer. Is for you registered with the regulatory or professional body will see in this post. Yes. So we should have a registration if we are working under as a radiographer. Just put like yes and mention that Sri Lanka Medical Council, and contact email address. Just put the correct email address. This is also very important. So almost done in here. And then your experience. Here what you have to do is just like a summary of what you're doing. Like if you're doing X-ray or CT or MRI, just describe about that. Okay. And if you have 2 or more experience, you can put the form, fill the form number 2 as well. And let's go to the section 4. In the section 4, this is all about the professional registration and membership. So first one, name of the organization, Sri Lanka Medical Council, and the second one again the same thing in English. And the register number, if you have a register number, just put there. And registration date registered from, you can mention the date when you got the registration. It's all in the form or the certificate of the SLMC. So you can go through and you can put that and tick it as a present day. So it's a valid one for many days. So just put as a present day. And the email address. Again, very careful. This is the third email address. You may got the verification. So it should be an official email address. And it should be the correct email address. Okay. And the website. You can find the details, everything from the internet. Just put the detail there. And telephone number. That's also from the internet. Just copy and paste there. And you don't want to, if you have any more registration, you can put that as well. In my case, if I ask from me, everything they will verify. So you don't want to put the CMCC and everything. So just put the SLMC only. And English language. If you have IELTS, just put that and put no there. And English language taken is IELTS. And they give the scores there. And payslip. Section 6. We go to the section 6. Okay. In the section 6, we have to mention an email address where they will send the link to you to pay the first pay. So so it should be a valid email address. I said to you earlier, you have to pay that by a world pay payment service. So just give your valid email address. If you can't able to pay that, you can send that link to anyone in foreign. They can help you to pay with that. Okay. So in the section 7, it's a declaration. I declare that I have read, understood, I will complain. You have to just make sure that you enter or confirm everything there. And you need to say if you have any cases or a physical or mental health condition if that impair your fitness, you need to mention about that. And have you been disciplined by a professional regulatory body or your employer? So if you did any mistakes or any cases, you need to consider everything. So in my case, I put no everywhere and just sign there and date. And in the checklist, you can check what are the things you need to put there. So, and in the note, they mentioned about please do not staple any part of this application. Some people think that they may lose the application forms. They say they try to staple that. Don't staple that. They will do everything using the machine. So don't staple them. It will be a very disturbing to them. So don't do that. please, or don't put in plastic wallets or any covers if you send those things. So better to put a registered mail, that means official post. Then you can track it where it is, and it's it gone or not, or you can track that. That's the thing they are going to say. Finally, we are in the tip section. So I am going to say about the checklist and what are the things you need to consider. First, you have to check about your passport size photo, that the photo that you need to paste in the second page. And the second one, you need to consider about your email address. It should be a working email address. It should be the valid email address of yours with your password. So then only they will send the first and the second link. And any inquiries, they will send the we don't find your verification reply from your workplace, let them to give the verification. Like they will talk with you through your email address. So very aware of that one. And the third one is ID. In the proof of ID, you need to give about a proof that you are that person. So it should be a passport or anything. In my opinion, it's better if you give a passport. So fourth one is proof of address. So for the proof of address, you can able to give a utility bill of gas, electricity, water, or a telephone. You can use that. It should have your name and the address, or you can use your bank document. Everything should be less than 6 months. So don't give us bill or any bank document more than 6 months, okay? Or you can give your tax document, anything, okay? So and the fifth one, any name change. So in my case, I have a name in my educational documents in my father's name. So after I married, in my employment and everything, I have my name with my husband name. So I need to give a affidavit that this person is that person because she is married to this person. Like you need to give an affidavit. It should be, you can get it from a lawyer. So better to give a affidavit. And if you have a marriage certificate, just attach that as well. That means that's a proof that that is the reason that you change your name from this to this, okay? So just attach the marriage certificate as well. And sixth one is qualification certificate. So you can give a degree certificate, and you can give your SLMC certificate. Don't give your original certificates. Just take the photocopy and submit that. And the seventh one is professional experience with contact details of supervisor or something, okay? So that is the experience letter. You can get it from your supervisor or radiographer in charge, or from the HR office, or anywhere. Here what's the thing is, they need to have an organization name, an email address, their address, and the description what you are doing, and the start date and the end date. These are the things they will consider. And the signature or a sign or anything, that's the thing that should have. Okay, so this is the final tip. And what you need to do, if you have a document that you take the photocopy, so don't send the document just as the photocopy. You need to do one thing. You need to make it as a certified document, okay? So you can make it from lawyer or a council officer or a person standing in your community. They have to mention like, I certify that this is a true copy of original document seen by me. This should be mentioned under the document. It should be in a black ink, and they should sign it and date it, and where if they have any seal with their name and profession and contact details, phone number and email address. Better it's email address because we are international people, internationally applying, so they will communicate through the email address. about the certification of the documents. Okay, so they need to take the document just not as the photocopy one, they need to certify that thing as well, because there are many frauds in this world. They need to make everything in a correct way. So just mention that's a statement and put their description and just send with your application. These are the things that you need to attach, and the course information for. Okay, just try that, friends. I have plenty of works here. I wish you all the best for the better future. Do your best, guys. I will try to give more videos about this one. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye. Please subscribe my channel.